Hey
Boom
everyone.
shakalaka. Here we are.
Hello, hello. Good
Hello,
evening.
hello. Diego, how
How's
you doing?
all good, man. It's
How you been? How you
Thursday.
been?
All good. I was
Hey,
working a lot.
you
Yes?
should you should switch, I mean your so that we can see that what's written on your t-shirt. Because see,
I'm
I see it in the Leonardo style,
um
from right to left.
okay. No, it doesn't don't worry. It's like people can like easily can read Delta 9. I'm completely a branded man during the whole day. I wear
Yeah,
just
but
my
exactly because we want
t-shirts.
to see your brand because in this community talk number 5 we're gonna introduce I'm gonna introduce my partner in crime here, my community talk partner in crime, Diego, owner of Delta 9, and it's your turn, man, to explain, to tell the world who the heck are you and what is Delta
What
9.
what is Delta
So
9?
because it's after the big success that my giveaway had, you know, we've had another great, well, not surprise, but it was another very good loyalty program giveaway with great results, and that was about the D9X giveaway and fan token. And so I'm gonna introduce Diego Delta 9, and he is like the first. I was the first artist minted on Cosmos. Yeah. On Symphonia, and that was a dream come true. And you are the very first label,
Yes.
to mint its own fan token on Symphonia, on Bits on blockchain, and therefore in the all Cosmos ecosystem. How does it feel,
Yes.
man?
So I'm pretty proud of that because I mean, not just artists have issues in the actual music market. Okay, we discussed about all the mechanics and the problems we are facing in the music market, like in the previous community talks. For everyone in the live chat, if you didn't watch the previous community talks during the next days, just go through the other episodes because we had some really good community talks.
Yep.
And and yes,
Not
and
focused not only on music, but
yes,
also
exactly. On
on
Web three
visual art,
music,
Web3,
visual,
exactly.
yes, and also some we did some spoilers about the couple collections we are going to release, like on Beatsong NFT Marketplace, which we are going during this community talk to show you also the NFT module, which is actually in testnet and so on. So it will be a pretty interesting community
Yeah, we
talk.
got some big news, some
Yeah.
juicy news to give you guys today. And first of all, I want to remember this. Being here is mandatory to to be the winner of the D9X giveaway. Okay, so at the end of this community talk, I'm gonna tell you how. Right. So you have to follow this. You have to stay with us, and well, as I said, last time we had this raffle, we had this lottery. We started with this. I wanted um, to give my tokens just to a few lucky ones, but then we decided that everyone who participate, everyone supporting us and spending some of their time being here with us was, we felt like everyone should have won, and that is why I shared my 10,000 clay in within, like, I think, like more than 20, almost 30 people. So I was really happy about it, and
Now let's share some D9X.
yeah, exactly. And we're gonna do this continuously, weekly. So we got 14 fan tokens to give away. So guys, be
Yep,
prepared. We're gonna be together for a long time, for a long time, and
exactly.
we just
So
wanna, give everyone a piece of ourselves. Thanks to your for your support, and it's even because there's a whole process here that is starting, because Bitson is the first blockchain, together with, alongside our uh, DAP, Symphonia, which is the first music DEX in the world, to to start this. I call it this fan token revolution, this music fan token revolution, because it never happened before, and we are really proud of this. We have our developers working day and night, uh, teamed teamed up, and with our chief and founder Angelo Recca, who is, he's working his ass off, because we are gonna deliver an entire ecosystem for musicians, for artists, where they really can build their career in on Web3. We're not just like, I don't wanna name our competitors, but let me tell you something. There's nothing like Bitsong, out there, because we are gonna deliver an entire ecosystem for music and on Web3, a completely Web3 uh, way of, uh, translating the old, uh, transforming the old style music industry into the future music industry. Okay,
exactly.
so let's start from Diego. Diego is a very skilled guy. Actually, he taught me a lot, about Web3, about NFTs, and but let's start from the beginning. Delta
So
Nine.
Delta 9
Tell me some.
before
Tell us something
and
about Delta Nine.
before Delta 9 we have to talk about what's drum and bass because
Well,
because
that's a long story.
yeah, yes, but I will
But
like
definitely,
tell
yeah,
you
go on.
this. So basically, we are working on a kind of music which is called drum and bass. Drum and bass is the result of a fusion of different like underground subgenres of music, whose are like jungle, UK
Jungle.
hardcore, breakbeat, and other music, electronic music styles from the 80s and from the 90s. It was born in UK, and when I was like 13 or 14 years old, I started to listen to this kind of music. Thanks, I don't know if we have like enough old enough people here, but who remembers Winamp music player back in the 2000? It allows me using my 56k modem to stream and broadcast British radios. And it was like the years that in like the final years of like the illegal radios in Great Britain, and I used to listen to some really interesting and innovative music during like the period that in Italy was just going like house, techno, or some dance or hardcore music, And I really liked the fact that there are also these other like different underground electronic styles, because drum and bass it's pretty different. Later we will listen to some tracks, and
But still, man, I remember because I grew up in what so-called squats, right?
yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
man, drum and bass was massive. It
Yes,
was,
yes.
of course, a
The
niche
rev-
compared to
the
mainstream
revolution. Yes, it was a
or
niche,
other genre.
and
But
it's
man,
still a niche. It's
we used
still
to
a
go.
niche.
We used to have parties with thousands of freaks, man, of crazy
Yes,
motherfuckers
yes,
from all
yes,
over Europe. I
yes,
remember
yes,
in Bologna, you know, the
yes.
city where I grew up, and we used to have the
Link,
drum and bass arena.
Link drum and bass
Yeah, man,
arena
that
is still existing.
legendary, man, legendary.
They booked Synergy and Paul and Bryson 2 weeks ago, and they
Yeah,
are making
yeah, yeah.
huge events.
We had a very strong connection with UK rappers, right? Who used to just, you know,
Yes,
MCs, and I was one of them actually, and I grew up
yes,
in that scene. It was pretty much, it was like the first. Well, at that time we didn't call it hip hop. At that time we called it rap. It was rap,
yes. It's rap.
reggae, dancehall,
Like I
right?
mean, rap. It's the kind of music of the hip hop culture. You know,
Exactly,
it's like
exactly.
hip
And
hop is a culture,
drum and
rap is the
bass,
music.
electronic music,
Yes,
and it
yes.
was it was a massive movement. It was a massive movement.
And it's still a massive movement and community. And one of the things I like about that kind of music is that it's keeping alive thanks to the community. Basically, the same concepts around Web3. You have to keep alive something thanks to the community, and drum and bass is alive just because there are a lot of people involved in that small niche doing music independently of the monetary income they receive, because we have loads of producers who they are happy to make drum and bass, and they are not doing house or techno or something like that because they like this kind of music independently of the money. So we
And
have
actually, with thanks to producers like Goldie and
yeah,
Rudimental, I mean,
well,
drum
Goldie
and bass
started
went
the revolution.
mainstream. So now it's like it's one of the genre that can be,
Yes, there are just three main pillars in drum and bass: Goldie, Caliba, and Dillinger. These three people completely revolutionized like the British music industry, and what arrived after. It's basically just the grounding of the actual modern scene. And during the decades, new labels have arrived, the old labels have closed, and so on. Actually, is easier. So about Delta 9, so during in 2003, three guys from my town, they had great passion for this kind of music, okay? And I was not friend with them because we never know about each other during that time. And but the story of the Delta 9 crew is that these three guys, both each of them one CD player, they put together, gathered money to buy a mixer, and they start to mix British drum and bass records in the basement of the house of the parents of one of these guys, and so on. And after that, they started to make raves. Okay, and I started to attend these raves because these raves were the alternative thing of like about electronic music in my city, which is Bergamo. It's 30 kilometers from
you
Milano.
remember
And
the raves in the woods, the very
yeah,
first one.
yes, but I mean, I've
Yo,
been
guys, I
so
don't know
many.
how old are you, that
I
listen to
don't
what we're
know.
talking about 20 years ago. And we
Yes,
we
yes,
were we were there
yes.
when the
But
movement
before,
started.
but honestly, I mean, you're older than me. But before me,
Even though I
I
look younger.
I dig deep also in the French rave community, the
Yeah.
art tech and tribecore raves of Spain, because like a small throwback, the continental European raving scene comes from the British organizers who's
Yep.
escaped from United Kingdom
Yep.
after mass repression from police of
Yep.
raves, and
Yep.
they
Yep.
spread across Europe
And
in
I remember they
Germany,
used to
Eastern
come
Europe,
with those
France,
big
Spain, and so on.
vans, with the sound system on top, and man, was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
We
And
we were like tribes, like real music
yes.
tribes, and unforgettable moments.
Yes.
Unforgettable moments.
And after 6 or 7 years of raves, and 3 4 years of events with international guests in a squatted area, I met with them directly. I mean, I was during these years, like I had the chance to drink a beer with them and stuff and discuss about my passion, but I was still a raver. Okay, like my main goal was going was to go to raves and join some music, drink some drinks, and spend time with some nice people, and not with the classic straight thinking people listening about all the bullshit of modern society. Okay, just people using their own brains. And and after that, they launched the label back in 2012, and in 2012 I started to organize events with them because I was running another crew in my city. After 2 years, basically they didn't understand that running a label is a pretty difficult business. And since I'm pretty good in, like, let's say, interpersonal communication and community management and stuff, I told to one of these three guys, hey, I would like to give it a try to run this label and put my energy into it. I told him I don't want anything in exchange of that. It's some sort of experiment, okay? So in November 2014, my adventure on Delta 9 Recordings has started. At that time, Delta 9 Recordings was a net label without, I think we had less than 50 followers. I mean, we were nothing. And for the first 4 years,
Super niche.
yes, but super niche, it was like, a net label, but we didn't have, and also the sound output, high level sound output, I was still learning and stuff like that. But after 4 years, I remember in 2018, I told myself, okay, we have to rebrand this label properly, because in 2017 I had the chance to start to work with some interesting producers and friends and other people. So I'd say, okay, guys, because I was still running the label with one of the three official Delta 9 crew person. Okay, Adam disappeared for a second.
Yeah.
And two of these three guys like left the project because they were not interested in running this. And we were branded the project. And when we launched the new brand, which basically I can show you what we did. I can show you. Let's go on our Bandcamp page. I will just share you a slide. No, here and here. Okay. Basically, what I was telling you is that like when we started the label, it was like, you see artwork different between them. It was a niche. Also, sometimes what really experimental sounding and stuff like that. Okay, I started to work. This was my first LP, the Exit 21 LP. If you want, we can listen to some track of this. For example, I remember I started to work with Stoner and Dr. Poison became really good producers. Also, Creatures and D-Flake became really good producers. And for example, let's see, Materia was this one. Was basically pretty electronic music.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
So this is basically drum and bass, the weird kind of electronic music. But
well, actually, this is what I was going to ask you before somebody interrupt me.
Yeah.
Because I'm using my phone today because I'm, as you can see, I'm not in the studio. I'm in my home studio. So I left the I don't have my laptop with me and on my computer. So um, because we are this is a community talk, but Bitsong is it's music. It's about music. So from now on, we are gonna, put some music during the community talk. And my
Yes,
next question
definitely,
was,
definitely.
hey, let me hear now what is Delta 9. So,
What is the Delta 9?
yeah.
So
So, I mean,
I
let me
want.
hear the sound of Delta 9.
Yes, yes. I will basically show you like the thing I wanted to close before, that was the rebrand. As you see, we have different artworks. I remember when we were doing these fractals here. I really liked these ones. These artworks, well, they were not according to the new brand, but I was really liking, or this one. We were using Mandelbaum. It was some sort of artificial intelligence stuff, but we had to add parameters to do these things. And yes, in 2018 we started here. We started here with Misin. Misin is actually a really good Serbian producer, and as you can see, we created brand new collections every nine artworks of a color. We changed colors and so on. We released all the spectrum of drum and bass, and I will show you. Till nowadays, you see, we created a lot of projects, and we really like simple, minimalistic stuff, but which has
Super cool. Yeah.
some particular effects and so on. And I can easily go through some music. For example, our like this stuff has been released 10 years ago. For example, this is our first release, and you can hear that when you will, of course, listen the next track, that this is pretty old school tracks. For example, I remember this track, which was cool. So this is like pretty raving drum and bass. Okay, maybe a lot of you can say this is some sort of simple track, monotonous, but when you create all the sounds from scratch, this takes weeks of job, and arranging them together, what is very simple to your ears, is a really complicated job of coincidence of frequencies, avoid clashing sounds, clipping, and loads of things like that. Like this was pretty difficult like 15 years ago. Now there are a lot of plugins and stuff which makes everything easier to do. So this is like let's say the first track who did it in Beatport chart was Kuru by Kila. Kila is Italian from Reggio Emilia, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this was pretty good.
Insight, 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 insight.
Yeah. Vibes in the house.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why my
And this is a
web.
killer tune. This is a killer tune. Love it.
Yes, this is actually. Wait a second, because I saw that I'm offline with my camera.
No, I can
Let's
see
just.
you. I can see you.
Yes, but
It's a
I'm
little
stuck.
freeze, but
I'm
okay. So
I don't know why
you
now.
coming right? You're back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So and now let's go through the modern side of Delta 9, which started with missing. Well, we had also some other like interesting tracks. For example, Lisp Got Me Down got featured on one major drum and bass label, which is Hospital Records from London. This was in 2016.
You
And
said Hospital Records.
yes, Hospital
Yeah,
Records.
because that is where most people used to go after the rave.
Yes, exactly. But Hospital is one of the bigger labels.
Yeah.
And
So just leave it in the background, you know. I want to ask you something now. Boom. Leave it in the background. I want to ask you something.
oh,
You
I
know,
will, I will put in the background the other one because I can
yeah.
do this here. Okay.
Tell me, you know, because we already spoke about this for so long, and we definitely share the same vision. But you, of course, this is it's a different point of view because it comes not from an artist, but from the owner of a record label who deals with many different artists. So, what do you think, you know, about what happened during the pandemic? So what was your feeling towards the music industry before, during, and after the pandemic?
So I wasn't pretty lucky because the year of the pandemic could be the year when Delta 9 could have a great launch, and then the pandemic arrived. So I was not pretty happy. Honestly, the pandemic was a pretty bad influence for both artists and labels. Not because, I mean, there was a raving scene, everything closed. The point is that during the pandemic, a lot of let's call this some sort of the value of music has been a bit lost, in my opinion. During the last years, all this process was happening, okay? But during the pandemic, all people started to live stream, all people started to buy music everywhere, all labels started to release tons of music to try to make money and stay alive. I mean, hands up, we earned some money during the pandemic because all the people were at home and
They were streaming.
They were streaming. They were spending on Bandcamp and on stores, and honestly, it wasn't so bad. Also for the payout of the artist that year, but they had pretty better payout for digital sales, but they didn't have any kind of gig, you know. So it was, and when everything finished, like when we started to go out from this period, like half of the clubs and the venues have been closed. Half of the promoters, due to the leak of venues, basically they are not organizing events anymore. And there is an easier approach to music production nowadays than 15 years ago. So actually, if you want to become an electronic music producer, it's not like 15 years ago that you have to sit down in your studio and study all BSTs, plugins, softwares, and stuff like that. No, you have basically now you go to your favorite producer's Patreon. He prepares for you presets, samples, and stuff like that. You just rework, and maybe you are good at mixdown, but you have the presets for a VST called Massive, for example, and Then you have the baseline created. You have just to arrange the notes because you have the preset. Maybe it will sound original, but the feeling when you play something you created from completely from scratch
It's
is
totally
not
different.
is different when even when you put one part in the track which is a preset or a sample. Sometimes very famous tracks contained some sort of vocal sample,
Samples, right?
but maybe that vocal sample have been ripped off from a interview or a random video or I don't know. Okay, so there is also a music production technique that when you produce music you put there some vocal sample, maybe you cut from a YouTube video or which is not a music thing or something like that, and you put it to give that touch to the track and stuff like that. But okay, so
Yeah,
there was a
we
big
went a little
flooding.
bit. Yeah, it's
No,
all
but
interesting.
yes,
Yeah,
but I mean, there was a big flooding of music and producers, and music lost a lot of value.
exactly. So let me stop you here because you got the point here. To all listeners, I mean, we keep talking about what happened during the pandemic because for us that is the year zero, right? Not because we want to keep on crying on spilling on on poured milk, but it's the fact is that everything changed, and it's the moment where we really realized that there was something wrong in the music industry because revenue should come mostly from what I, as an artist, I produce and I put out there. Live gigs, live entertainment should be only a part of it, right? But what happened in the year pre-COVID, right? This situation was already rotten. It was already going the opposite way, and very few artists could make a living or even become rich only from the music that they produce. Most of the income was coming from live gigs. Pandemic, boom, everything locked down, no income. And that made me realize something, and this is what I want to ask you. What was the first time you realized? Was it this the first time? Not maybe the first time, but the moment where you decided that artists, labels, and the music industry needed a change, and that's where we decided to get involved 360 into blockchain and the Web3 music.
Well, honestly, I got to this even before the pandemic. I mean,
I know.
it's not the pandemic that drove me into this like direction and ways of thinking. Okay, so
But I
basically,
think that was really the time when you said, okay, yeah, this is the way.
okay. Well, I'm in crypto since 2013. I lost a lot of bitcoins on the MTGOX exchange, and I'm still waiting that if one day they will
One
unlock my
day.
bitcoins, I will make a giveaway because MTGOX has still like underchained the bitcoins of the users because there is like the process and all this shit. I was like around the crypto space without investing money for 4 years, I think. And then after the ICO down, okay, I started to put my money in the market again, and it was the period CryptoPunks have been given out for free. The NFT technology was approaching the markets, but it was not so viral. But I was understanding that the blockchain technology can basically solve some problems. like ownership, royalties payments, and stuff like that. Yes, because you have to think that also the royalties payments is something people didn't get, but with NFTs, it's instant and it's pretty good. Only thing I'm waiting for is when there will be uh, the NFT subformat, which will be supported with live performances devices. So
Yeah.
basically, I will be, it will be really, really massive. Okay. So this is what I will, basically, I'm waiting for. And, but yes, after that, I discovered Bitsong, and then I started to work with you.
And that was the that was a pleasure for us, because to have on board a guy like you was definitely a plus for us, and even because you give us so many suggestions and advices that were really were like gold. And so now let's talk about the D9X fan token, and what do you expect in the near future and in the long term? How you gonna use your loyalty program? Because there's a big slice of the cake that is dedicated, is there waiting to be, to be given out for loyalty fan of loyalty programs to all your supporters. And most important, we are close to deliver the mainnet of the NFT module, and that for us, is going to be, that is a milestone in the in Bitson roadmap. So how do you feel about this?
So
What do you, how do you see this on a label, from a label perspective?
So I'm planning loads of stuff with the fan tokens. So for example, all the Web2 releases will have their own release on Web3, okay, with one unique copies for each track of each EP. This will be some sort of mirroring, because I want that what we release on Web2, there will be some people owning it directly on Web3. This will be just some sort of, okay, we are releasing Web2 stuff. So there. Then, and about that, we have a big catalog incoming as NFTs, and also 2 albums. So this is, then we have the Web3 exclusive music, which is music produced by our group of producers, which will be released only on the Bitsong marketplace. Okay, then we will see if it will be released using the Candy Machine or through regular minting, and then we will put it on marketplace according to some sort of initial price. Then we are planning, as you know, as people saw in the previous community talks, also the NFT drops, but like music from the label and art from different Web3 creator.
Right.
So that is another feature. Then we are planning to release music production tutorial NFTs. So I have still to have a talk with the devs about this, because I want.
But you mean about production, music production?
Production, yes, digital,
right.
yes.
Like master classes, something.
Yes,
like
for example, we release some sort of set of 20 NFTs, and there will be 5 NFTs explaining how to make specific bass lines, specific drums, specific Atomos, how to arrange a piano on a track, which can be drum and bass or even house music, okay? Because you can apply that knowledge to all kind of music, And also, if in the future, if there will be the opportunity to make, but this is still some sort of hybrid idea, private one-to-one tuition in music production with our producers, paid using our fan tokens. So this is what we are planning. I'm not the kind of guy, let's say, who likes all the, let's call it, all the lottery community engagement around a token. I prefer to let's grow the volumes of the token, releasing some sort of original content which people appreciate. Okay, so I already see, like, okay, Delta 9 is dropping the uh, X production masterclass NFTs, and I see already like people like collectioning all these small tutorials, and and you can collect them, but you can't display them if you don't own them, and all these things. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a process of kind of, we call it gamification, something that,
not like,
unlocking different levels by having
no, but simply when there is an NFT of the tutorial on the marketplace, basically to watch it you have to purchase it. Okay.
exactly. Look, what I think about NFTs, right?
I want I
99,
want I want to stop you for a second because I wanted to share something for the people in the chat, which is this.
right?
So
What I
finally,
was going to say is that 99% of NFTs out there, let me tell you guys, are scams, right? Scams. Because if we are not talking about some great um, graphic designer, right, that can be compared to a great painter or a great sculptor or a great, a great artist, okay, then it really, what gives an NFT, what makes sense in owning an NFT is for me, is the basic thing, the foundation is the utility. What are you gonna do with that NFT? For sure, they can be collectibles, you can just like feel that you just like it, you want it. Okay, cool. But that is just just a slice. That's just a small part, of the old NFT revolution that is happening. NFT is utility, just like blockchain, right? Blockchain is just not another technology that wants to take over Web 2 just because it's advancing certain things. It's a completely different way of thinking. This is this is what you have to get in mind. It's a completely different way of thinking. And so it's not about, just like a poster or something like that. Utility. NFT is, in my opinion, are going to change the world in better. But of course, it depends on us. And I found in what you said that kind of utility. And
but
that makes
we
sense.
can give more utility because
Of course.
that,
I mean,
that I'm driving devs
this is just the
crazy with
beginning.
my
We are at
ideas.
a very early stage, man. We are pioneering this whole thing, and this is exciting.
Yes, definitely.
By the way, this is our testnet.
This
This
is
is
the
our
test. This is the testnet of the Symphonia NFT module, because yes, an NFT module will be integrated with Symphonia, the DEX,
exactly.
which is live already, and it will have two new parts: the collections parts and the podcast parts. Now, I will turn.
And by the
turn
way, let me say
music.
this: there's going to be a different section. There's going to be the launch pad because, of course, Bitcoin
Yes,
was born
yes,
for music,
yes.
and it's focused on music. So the launchpad is going to be, they're going to be only music NFTs, okay? Where you're going to find music NFTs. And then on the marketplace, on the NFT marketplace, of course, we want to give artists, labels, clubs, festivals the possibility to also deliver, to mint different kind of NFTs like
Yes.
memorabilia, ticketing, whatever. I find, I want to just like sing an a cappella song and sell it. Okay, probably that is going to be in the marketplace, not in the launch pad. Okay, so in the launch pad is going to be a profile for each artist, label, club, festival, and there you're going to find all of the stuff, even merchandise. And there's going to be a launch pad that is going to be dedicated only to music NFTs. And then there's the podcast section, which is something that's getting more and more, is getting is given a very great hype, because selling, NFTs like podcast is the next level
Yes.
of
I forgot.
podcasting.
I forgot to say that yes, we will host also the weekly or monthly drum and bass podcasts on the
Yeah, super, super,
podcast area. So that will be another. So and basically the launch pad will be linked with the Candy machine. So basically, when we will drop there a collection, you will need specific tokens to click on the launch pad and generate an NFT, randomly generated NFT, or already pre-minted NFT, but in a pool where the launchpad will pick randomly one, and you will be the owner of that NFT. So,
Sorry,
yes,
just a second, Diego, because we already 46 minutes.
yes,
It's time to say, for all those who followed us, to get to be, this is the last step to get your share of Delta 9 tokens airdrop. You have to DM, just like you did with me. You just have to DM Delta 9 Records
Twitter profile.
recordings.
I put the link in the
Right, exactly.
in the comments.
With the hashtag I was in the community talk. Okay. Send Delta 9 your bits on wallet, and you will get, in the next few days, you can have your you can claim your D9X token.
Exactly.
So you have like 10 minutes to do this, okay? 10-15 minutes left to do this. So DM Delta 9, hashtag I was in the community talk, and your bits on wallet, okay? I'm going to repeat this in another 5-10 minutes.
Exactly. Now, in the meantime, let's go through the NFT module. So basically, you have just to go on testnet testnetapp.symphonia.zone/NFTs. Basically, you can find the link in our Discord. So if you are not subscribed to the BitSong Discord, you can go there. A lot of nice people are there, and you have to
click on one just to show them how it works.
yes, because there is the procedure before that. They have to link the wallet and ask for voucher, basically for fake BitSong tokens to run the testnet on the BitSong Discord. There is a specific section to ask for this token. So there are two sections, so collection and podcasts. And here basically you can see, like, you can create the collection. Okay, here is the creator, and then under specific collection, okay, there is the specific NFT. Okay, this is, for example, this player is some sort of player which is actually implemented in the NFT, but it's not the final one, and I will show you later the final one. And basically here
distraction.
It's like this. But before getting the NFTs, we can show you with this plus here, you can create a collection. Okay, so this is the first step to create a collection. Okay, you can add the image, which is like the round image, the cover image. You can give the name of the collection, a symbol of the collection. Why a symbol? I will show you later. Description and links. Okay, you can add like social links and stuff like that. And the symbol is because when all the collection will be out, you can basically filter them from latest collections and stuff like that. Okay, here. And when you want to create the NFT, you have to enter the collection. And when you, Adam, where was the create NFT button? Because I
The
remember
mint, and you have to go
mint.
click on one, like on mine, like yeah, and there's the button mint.
No, you have to enter here.
Yep.
I created some NFTs last time, but it was here, collection. I think you can, yes, you can mint stuff only if they appertain to a collection you created. Yes. So when you create a collection and you enter your own collection, there will be the button mint, and then you click mint, and basically you will have three. And now because the Bitsong team refreshed the collections, I don't have the. Let's see if I have in the podcast section my podcast, the podcast thing I put inside or not. No, because the team reviewed a bit all the section,
Yeah,
because
still,
we were
we're still
yes,
working on it.
because you were in printing disorder, because for example I did some mistakes also uploading the banners and stuff. Okay, and then you can create under your collection your NFTs. For example, I have a release.
I'm gonna send you those socks for Christmas.
Yes, great, perfect. Can't wait, mate. And for example, I will create the Delta 9 recordings collection, and the Delta 9 recordings collection will have inside of it all the Delta 9 recordings NFTs created by me, which are the one of one NFTs of music released out there. One of one because I want that the person who buys it in Web3 is the only one owner of that. And inside, I will be able to mint it directly. The other collections which are exclusive to Web3 will go through the Launchpad because they will have another different mechanism. So this is the simplicity of the NFT module of Bitsong. There will be also the marketplace, which will be a new logo here, and then there is the podcast. If we go on a simple, like on a podcast section, you can create here the same like as collection. Here in NFTs you can create, this is let's say a collection of podcasts. Okay, so the area, the specific area for a podcast, and then you have a podcast. And now I will show you the new music player, like the front end. You see, this is the music player, which will be implemented also for the NFTs, which is basically ways more better than the gray one, which is like Windows 3. Like it remembers me Windows 3.1. And you can listen to your favorite podcast.
The recording at this point sounds clear. With
you can read the description.
Just a second, yo guys, you are writing to me. You are sending DMs to my account, but it's not to me. You have to send them to Diego, okay? To Delta 9.
Someone is telling me
D9 recordings.
enable messages, but honestly, I never disabled my messages on Delta 9.
Well, okay, but the ones that I receive, we're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep them. Okay, don't worry.
Yes, don't worry. So I will check this. And you can if you were here when the community talk will come to an end, I will unlock direct messages on Twitter, but it's really weird because I used to receive normal messages.
Let me check.
So
Let me check.
no, I'm here. Okay, let's check now. Try to send me the message now. I think I fixed the issue. And so, coming back to the podcast, you will be able to create your own section for the podcast and upload episodes. And every episode of a podcast will be an NFT. Okay, so this is a new way of streaming, and the most important thing is that you will be free to create your own podcast without any kind of discrimination on a decentralized blockchain, which is Bitsong, which is not run by a central authority, because Bitsong has a team of devs, but they are working together. But if one team will left, basically the project will still goes on because there are different
exactly.
teams working on it. We are totally decentralized also for decisions and stuff like that. So
Community rules. Community
yes,
rules.
we are building something which has to go on
And
for
Diego,
years.
you made me think about something.
Yes.
You know, we always say, but being open source and decentralized, we are the platform for music. So, you know, anyone, this is what we are willing is going to happen in near future. Yo, guys, just apply, you know, come and you know, for grants for, you know, just like developing new tools on Bitsong. You know, whatever comes up to your mind that has to do with music and to help, you know, new tools that will help us, that will help musicians, that will improve, you know, the music industry on Web3. I mean, this is the place for you. We are here, you know. We are not that kind of some others, you know, that snobbish kind of we are this, we are that. No, man, we are here. We are doing. This is a mission for us. This is not about. It's not about money. Yeah, sure.
It's
money.
yes,
money,
it's a mission.
Money is one thing, but it's a mission first. You know, it's a mission, and this is why, last but not least, we are thinking about holding the first ever NFT music contest before going. Before launching the mainnet, before launching the official NFT marketplace, we are thinking of having, you know, holding an NFT music contest, which I think it's like the first one in the world. I've seen some others, but they just disappeared. So that made me think they were just scams, like so many other projects, you know, and so many other ideas that I see popping in and out every day on in the space. But we are here to stay, and we are serious. And I think this is something that no other platform ever did, you know. And there's gonna be a massive price. We're gonna give massive exposure to everyone, you know, who's going to attend. Of course, we were thinking about, you know, 10 winners, 10 main winners, but all the rest, they will always, everyone who comes on Bitsong will always find our direct and, you know, limitless support. You know, we are here to stay, and we are here to support music.
Yes.
So stay tuned for this, because we are working on this, and the news are be coming out very, very soon.
Yes, exactly.
That's going to be our Christmas gift.
Exactly. So meanwhile, people are sending me messages. So
cool, perfect.
I'm answering to them. Don't worry, guys. Just give me like a few days, and I will send you everything. Thanks for the addresses, for the stuff. So This is like the NFT module. We can go through the NFT module also during the next community talk. Maybe we will have some updates. And yes, I will remove here so they will see our nice faces in a bigger size without the shared screen. So Luis Cristostomo asked you, Adam, is there any plan to bring creators to Sinfonia and Bitsong?
Good, very good question. Very good question. I will answer you with this. I think I did a couple of days ago. This was my tweet. Is that I think NFTs are the new expression of vinyls in the digital world, you know, in the digital era. So what does this mean? It means that, as Diego said before, the concept of ownership is back. And ownership is not we're not talking about individual property. We are talking about you owning part of my art, okay? So you own part of me. And coming back to vinyls, vinyl was the perfect combo between the music artist and the visual artist. Think about another side of the Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. It wouldn't be the same without that art cover. Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles, Uprising by Bob Marley, and you know, we can go on and on and on. You know, the artwork was something that, you know, it was I don't know if it did like the 50% of the old advertisement of the old, you know, of convincing people to buy that, but definitely it's something really important. So to answer your question, this is already something that is building a joint venture between creators and musicians. So it doesn't have to be just musician and creators. We are on this platform. We want to put creators and musician together. You know, this is a groove art factory.
Yes.
And of course, you know, if you're only creators, this, you know, Bitsong doesn't want to be an open sea. We are focused on music. But another way to, you know, if you don't want to, if you just want to sell your NFT as digital art without music, is to probably do something that represents the music of the artist, and he will sell it on the marketplace instead of the launchpad. I don't know. Probably there's gonna be a section. You know what you made me think, Luis, and I want to thank you for this. Probably I'm gonna speak with the team, with the developers. Something that we could do is to create a section where creators can sell their NFTs and artists can contact directly the creators to, you know, to use their NFTs as the art cover of their own music. Probably this could be a solution.
Yeah. Yes, and as maybe the people actually in the chat didn't follow the previous community talks, we are working on some collections with some known creators of the Cosmos ecosystem, and myself, like Delta 9, who will involve creators also from other blockchain ecosystem to deploy their visual art with our music on the Cosmos ecosystem and Bitsong. Yes, because Bitsong NFTs, thanks to the Cosmos technology, they will be interoperable in the Cosmos ecosystem. So that won't be something you have on Bitsong and you can't move on any other blockchain. So this is a very important thing. But I think the best way for us to have visual creators together with music creators will be that all the music creators who are deploying their job make some sort of joint ventures with visual creators, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, because
Exactly.
Bitsong is focused on music.
I'm
And
doing this as well. My
yes,
first
and
NFTs
as
is a combo between me and
and yes,
different teams of
yes,
creators
you showed
together.
me, and that is basically one of the point which make your Web3 stuff unique, and because everyone can arrive to Bitsong and maybe take some track from Web2 and put some artwork and create some collection, and maybe nobody will notice this track is from someone else or something. I was thinking about this stuff, but all the people can trust to the members, communities, and music creators around the Bitsong core. Okay, so me, you, and stuff, that we are releasing unique NFTs, unique stuff. It's not something scam or something without utility.
Exactly.
We are really trying to give you some sort of new approach to the interpretation of music, and we want also to demolish the barrier and the wall people think
Yeah,
there are
because we are
between
coming.
artists and community. Okay, we are at your same level. Okay,
Exactly.
it's
And
something
Luis,
like
remember, is we come from music. And for us, music is togetherness. So this is what a better way to put even, to get the art together. This is how I was raised, I grew up in the 90s where we had those group of people, group of artists gathering together in what we used to call art factories. Somebody was studying cinema at school, I was studying music, somebody was studying art, and we just were there together, smoking a lot of spliffs at that time, and just and just making just like daydreaming and put it together and putting out there like different kind of styles with no borders or boundaries. We were just free, free and collaborating and creating new styles, new way of new languages,
yes,
new art,
exactly.
so yeah, thanks for your question. Really a very
Okay.
bright question.
So before closing, I will remember to all the people who stayed here that
Exactly.
when I will shut down the live, basically I will give you 5 more minutes to
Hey,
send me messages.
I was going to say that. Yeah, give me five.
I don't want to be the the pretty strict person I am, at least here, because I'm really strict. So I saw some people asking me where I have to DM. Guys, send me DM on the Delta 9 Recordings Twitter page. I'm basically already answering to some people that hold on, I will send you the tickets in a while. So yes,
If you don't find it, go on Symphonia's page and you will see the link. The tag for Delta 9 Recordings. Just go on there
exactly.
on Twitter and then DM directly Diego with the hashtag I was in the community talk and don't forget, of course, your Bitson wallet address. Okay.
Exactly. Guys,
So we're
thanks
done
for
for now.
watching. Thanks for
Thanks,
watching.
Diego.
And if
Keep
you
up the
are
good work.
if you are not
And,
subscribed to the Bitsong channel, subscribe, click on the bell, comments, make questions.
And on
Join Telegram.
very soon, we're gonna open up our Discord subsection, artists subsection, where you can directly get in contact with each and one of us, and hold your fan tokens. I mean, go get the fan tokens, go on Symphonia, put them in the pool, you know, be an LP provider. APRs are fucking great, so don't just sell them out for you know, for what, a pizza. Keep them,
Yeah.
because big things are coming, you know.
Yeah.
Don't forget my words. One
Great,
day
guys.
you will thank me.
Have
Okay.
a great rest of the day, evening, morning, wherever you are, and see you at the next community talk.
Peace and respect. Bits
Peace.
on road.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, guys.